Welcome to Coffee and Conversation. My name is Honorine, and today I'm with Claudio Robelo Guzman, who is pursuing a PhD in political science. He's also the president of HiGSA, and you grew up in Argentina.
Yeah, that's right.
Welcome to Coffee and Conversation, and thank you for being with me today.
Well, first and foremost, thank you for the invite. Thank you for the convocation. It's really great to have a chance to share and to talk to you about my experiences. I think that you went with the first part. I grew up in Argentina. I studied in Argentina most of my life. So I'm 31 right now, and I got two bachelor's degrees in Argentina, one in political science, another one in international relations at Pontificia Universidad Católica Argentina. That's an Argentinian university. And after that, in all honesty, I didn't know what to do with my life. So I went on to work as a data analyst, first for the Department of Transportation at the city of Buenos Aires, and then for the National Road Safety Agency at the whole of Argentina. While I was doing all of that, I got into a master's program in defense policy. That's part of the Ministry of Defense in Argentina. And I started lecturing on quantitative methods in my university at UCA, Pontificia Universidad Católica Argentina. During all of that time, which is a really busy time, you can think, what I started doing was engaging in research, in active research. So I tried to couple my interests in quantitative methods with my interests in defense and in my workplace in road safety. So at that time, I started going to international conferences like the IPSA, the International Political Science Association, World Congress of Political Science, to present some of that research. When I got back to Argentina from those experiences in my job place in road safety, they were really surprised of that experience and my intention to pursue more of a research-oriented focus. So they gave me this project about building a research community around road safety in Argentina, which was a great experience, a great project to try to disentangle the different disciplines that have impact over road safety, and then try to get them across from different fields like sociology, engineering, anthropology, psychology, get some actionable policy that we could get policymakers to go for within the Ministry of Transportation. And I think that for some part we did accomplish that, but it also left me with a sweet sour taste after the fact, because some of those policy decisions we couldn't get across. We couldn't get them implemented by policymakers. Then I realized that I really liked teaching. And during the pandemic, I decided to go for a PhD because that coupled everything that I was interested in.
You said that you want to specialize in international security and civil-military relations.
Recently, my research questions and what I published recently has always been in the field of cybersecurity and cyber defense. And right now on arms exports. So the not trafficked, not illegal arms exports, but legal arms exports. So where the dependencies, where the reasons for importing and exporting arms, and how does that influence policy? That's two really broad questions.
But you're still at the early stage of your PhD.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you still have...
This is my second year.
Yeah. And what are you hoping to get out of this PhD besides, the dissertation? And are you thinking of using, your experience and your research and go work for the Ministry maybe of Defense or some sort of ministry in Argentina? Or are you more thinking of, you know what, I really like teaching and I want to keep being a researcher in a more academic environment?
I think that that's a false dichotomy that only plays a part here in the US, or perhaps in Europe too. But if you realize from my background, I did research, and I was working in a ministry, and I did teaching. Do I want to go back to Argentina? I think it's the broader question. Do I want to go back to Argentina and lecture in Argentina about the lessons learned in the US? That's sometimes programs like the Fulbright kind of, or the Chevening scholarships hope that you would do. I'm not sure. And that part, I'm exactly not sure, because it's really tough right now in Argentina, the economic situation, the political situation. So I'm not sure if I want to go back. Of course, I miss Argentina. I miss my family, my friends. I do have deep roots in Argentina, but I do think that it's possible to couple research, policy, and teaching. I do know that that's possible.
All right, so you are the president of HiGSA. How important HiGSA is for you?
Well, I think it's central to my life, and not only for me, but also for my wife. I have deep ties to the US. My wife didn't. So all of a sudden, we had to come to Tallahassee with the expectation of living here for 5 years in a completely different environment. When I got here, I was introduced to my classmates, wonderful people, some of my best friends in the world. It's 5 of us, me, of course, and then 3 Americans and a Ghanaian. The other 4 don't speak Spanish, of course. We went for a PhD kind of meet and greet, and all of our classmates from different years and all of that, all wonderful people. None of them, well, just one, spoke Spanish. And this is something that's a little private, but I'm comfortable sharing. During that time, my wife was crying because she couldn't picture herself for 5 years without companions, without friends, without anyone to talk to, while she was trying to get reacquainted with English, even though she studied in Argentina, but not as much and not as comfortable to be speaking. A week later, my classmate that spoke Spanish, he's from Argentina too, Martin Gandur, he's one of my best friends. He invited me to a HiGSA gathering. That week later, we had our best friends. Our best friends, not my best friends, our best friends. The people who every weekend we get together for beer, for barbecue, just to chat, to have a coffee. The ones that we share advice, the ones that when we don't know what to do, hey, what is it to do in Tallahassee? What is the best, I don't know, hamburger joint here in Tallahassee? That's the place I go and ask. That's the place I seek advice. And I became the president, and I wanted to have a more of a leadership role in HiGSA, because I realized how important that support network was for us. And I want to provide that for people that are coming to Tallahassee and that have the same questions that I did 5 years, 6 years ago, and I didn't have the answers. And I had to seek those answers by myself. Like a credit score? Wait, you need a credit score to rent? And what's a credit score? Where do I get one? How do I open a bank account? What's a social security number? Why is it secret? All of those questions, and even more fine-grained questions like, hey, where is the stadium? Where I'm lost in campus. Where's the cinema? I don't know what to do on weekends. Recently, last week, how can I get a ride to buy water at Walmart because there's a hurricane coming? Those little questions can really make a tremendous difference in your first year. All of those people that are seeking guidance, sometimes they are lost to us. And for me, really sad to see people go, or to see people that are getting depressed.
Yeah, no, it's that's, I think it's what you do at HiGSA. It's great, and I've been, you know, interviewing a couple members of HiGSA, and everybody has amazing things to say about HiGSA and this community, like the importance of community, and everybody's like, yeah, that's where my best friends are. It's really this connection.
I think that something that's really particular to HiGSA, it's that many of the members from HiGSA that eventually attained their degrees, either master's degree or PhD degrees, they stayed in Tallahassee.
Oh.
So that's something that's really unique with HiGSA, that we have really strong roots to Tallahassee.
What's your biggest goal with HiGSA as the president?
To get as many people in as possible. It's the Hispanic Graduate Student Association, and it's really strong on community, but it's not just for Hispanics, and it's not just for graduates. It's for everyone. Everyone can take a part here. The main goal is to promote Hispanic culture. But if you're an American studying Hispanic linguistics, come to us. Come on. What better, if you are studying Spanish, what better place to be engaging with us than engaging with us? If you are an undergrad that is considering applying for graduate school at FSU, come to us. Who best than us to give you advice on how to apply? Not because it's really important to get advice from professors, faculty, directors, whatever. We succeeded in getting to those programs. It's not that we are reading the materials. We succeeded in getting into those programs. So we can give you the best advice possible for you to apply. Everyone and anyone is welcome.
Well, this is the perfect way to end this interview with this welcoming message of joining HiGSA. Thank you so much for your time, Claudio. It was a pleasure to get to know you better and get to know the association better as well.
Thank you so much for inviting me and for kindly sharing this space for us to share the message and for us to be able to spread the word across.